Greetings, fellow friends of Anbu. Radamon here. Thank you for tuning in to the Wandering Village tutorial series, episode 9, Bumper Crops.
Grilled tomato sounds the opposite of tasty? Actually, grilled tomatoes can be pretty good. Oh, there's still not going to be space even if I blow that path up. So, nix that. Put the path back. Get rid of this path. I now know that I'm over time, but I'm going to go a little bit longer. Because I think I'm close-ish to the end of the game. Maybe. I'm not certain. But if I am, I might as well just push it. So the spore cloud is out of the way. And we traverse safely. Awesome. Good job, Anbu. You're a good boy. I'll feed you for that. Yeah, here's your treat. Look at my food, though. For the longest time, I've only had about 40 meals available. Now I have 147. I've been doing better and better being able to supply food for my villagers. There's also some tasty mushrooms up ahead. So all we need to do is to get through this spore cloud, and we have good times ahead, which is great. Still working on that catapult for Anbu food. There it is. And if I can encourage him to fall asleep in the sleeping spot so that we don't get super poisoned, that would be great too. Yep. This is a very agreeable Anbu. I think because I've been just trying to take care of him as much as I can. He has not been so fussy. Another really cool thing is the berry spots. Well, not so much the one back here. That one got super plagued. But the berry spots here spread a lot. So we have an efficiency of 94. And same with this one, an efficiency of 94. So we're getting a lot more berries because we've been very protective of those spots, allowing the bushes to spread, and for the benefit of the additional berries to improve the efficiency of our berry collectors. All right, we have space for that last kitchen. So berry muesli, polenta. Is that correct? Tomato, beet, and no, wheat. So this shouldn't be polenta, this should be beet soup. So tomato, beets, wheat. Oh, no, I'm not going to have 3. Never mind. I'm an idiot. Don't build that. I might want it at some point, but only when we have tomatoes. Or tomato, beet, berry, and bread. Yeah, well, I'll have 4 variety, but I don't need another kitchen for that. No, I do. Oh, man, I'm so bad at this. So, I need the berry muesli, the grilled tomatoes, and the beet soup. Yeah, so build that. I'll go with just a senior brain moment there. That's my excuse. Dad brain. Exactly. Sleep deprivation brain. Alright, so this last one is grilled tomatoes. It's a 3-to-4 ratio, so it's not as good as the 3-to-5 of beets, or the 3-to-3 of polenta. Well, 3-to-3 of polenta is pretty bad. So beets and muesli are where it's at. We're not doing polenta anymore, so this should be berry muesli. There we go. So good variety up ahead. So food variety is climbing, food quality is really high, housing quality is really high, so the total productivity is very high. And there is a decision. I'm going to pick you up. Because that's what we always vote on. So why even poll? See, I'm learning. This is not the same studio as Flying Kingdom now. This is Strafe-On. What was Flying Kingdom? I forget. That was... or Airborne Kingdom, rather. Looking that up. That was the Wandering Band. Cheers. So, to adequately water the tomatoes, I've added some additional air wells. Because the tomatoes are very costly in terms of water. And Anbu's about to stop for a bit of a snack. A shrine. Glad I checked. I am going to vote to go north, but you can vote against me if you'd like. Going north stays in the jungle. Going south heads for the sand dunes. It is up to you. I think going north will help me to keep my food variety up. But it does mean that we're going to get poisoned from having to sleep in the jungle floor, unless I can find sleeping spots. Going south will require me to make only corn as food, corn and berries. So I figured food variety is kind of nice. I'll take the risk of poisoning, because I do have a huge surplus of herb. I would say late game, jungle is probably the easiest due to the high humidity and food variety, as long as you can deal with the poisonings. That would be the only caveat. It's also very green. It's like a toxic fallout level of green on the eyes, but it doesn't bother me. Oh, that berry bush expanded again. Nice. The one thing that you don't get from the jungle, however, so to just summarize, the deserts have the sand for the glass, the mountains have the ore for the iron, the jungle really has the water and food variety luxury. Anbu didn't eat, did he? And I didn't tell him to, and that's 100% my fault. Oh well. But even then, you can still find sand and iron going through. Like, here's a mine that I could go to, and we've seen some sand dunes, and there might be some sand dunes coming up here. Obviously, we had a scout tower, we could reveal more of the map, and we're working on that. We just don't have the research for it yet. We only have 2 of 4. Can you not stay in the same spot all the time? Well, there's ways to sort of game it if you drug Anbu with laxatives so that he's very sleepy, and drug him with laxatives and tranquilizers for him to kind of not move at all. But there's not really an advantage to not moving at all, because you won't have places to scavenge. You'll eventually run out of scavenging spots. So it's really not your advantage to camp, in other words, because iron and glass can only be scavenged. So if you're camping, you're eventually just going to run yourself out of iron and glass, and you'll need to scavenge again to get that stuff. Oh no! I accidentally broke down my iron smelter, my iron furnace. I must have deleted it as a misclick. Luckily, it only costs wood planks and stone slabs to rebuild, and not something more precious, but that's an oopsie not to be repeated. Ooh, Anbu just wagged his tail. And nomads, always pick up. I don't have enough space for these nomads, though. So one of you will have to be in a temporary tent. I'm sorry. So if Anbu can walk to the sleeping spot up ahead, that would be ideal. That way we don't get super poisoned. There's also more shrines. So we'll be able to get 3 out of the 4 knowledge that we need for Scout Tower. And the iron furnace, the iron we just brought back from that scout trip, will be the remaining iron that we need for this cottage. So soon, whoever's in that tent will be moved out. Look at the food variety, dudes. I have 294 food. Up here, you can see I've got 7 grilled tomatoes, 42 extra bread, 34 muesli, 12 beet soup. I mean, it's real good. That's all I'm going to say. It's real good. That's what you like to see. Oh, we just scavenged for even more bread. Awesome. Yeah, stockpiling big time in the jungle to get your food resources up and your water up so that you can survive a long time in these harsher biomes of desert and mountain in order to get iron and sand is definitely meta. And that's what we're doing. I have a huge surplus of food right now. In fact, I have such a surplus of food, I'm going to need more pantries to store it. So I'm going to get 2 more pantries. And these pantries are going to be open because they're close enough to the bakery and the windmill. They're going to be open for all food types. Here's another choice. Traces of the past. Petrified footprints of an Anbu, several meters deep, mark the surroundings of the quarry. We should follow the tracks and see where it leads us. Or, we should investigate the tracks more closely. Or, we did not come here to follow tracks from the past. You guys decide. Okay, we're gonna follow him. And we gain 30 dung. Good job. What a crappy decision. Time for Anbu to sleep. Nice, got that pantry. There's a spore cloud ahead. There's nomads that are on the road. I'll have you vote on whether we accept more. So whether you think we should take on more nomads will be left up to you. Not too many settlements. We definitely don't see them all that often. Oh, there's the last shrine. So that's going to be the shrine that we need for the scout tower. So we're about to get the scout tower resources. Nice. About time. This quarry is done. We'll pack it up and destroy it. I definitely are going to want to get another quarry because my stone is rather low. So I'll put the next quarry here. I think that's the only spot left. With that in mind, let's make sure to harvest the stone. One of the disadvantages of building in the dirt areas is it reduces the amount of stone that you can get from the replenished dirt areas. So if you fill up all the dirt, you are limiting the amount of stone that you could potentially get. Which is why I only built in this initial dirt, and I didn't expand it into this stuff, so that the stone can replenish. It looks like we're going to get those nomads. So, pick them up. And I have enough space for them, oddly. So, to the shrine. And then to the mine. So once I get that shrine, that will give us the scout tower. So what research do we get after the scout tower will be up to you. And there's the list. Stone road to improve movement speed on our paths. Tree nursery if you think I need more wood. Laboratory if you want me to be able to mix medicines and concoctions. An eat command to force him to eat, laxative to fix constipation, or food liquefier, which eventually leads to the injector, or drugs, administering drugs. And nomads pick you up. And I'm out of space, so let's build a hut. All right, that spore cloud, I think I'm gonna race it. The problem with racing it is Anbu's gonna have to rest in the jungle, which has got its own problems. But I don't want to have to deal with spore twice. I just want the poison forest, which is unavoidable. This cloud, if we could pass it, would be great. Let's get rid of the tent so that no one sleeps in there. Oh, God. That's a big poison forest. All right, Anbu, sleep. It will hurt me. I'll get poisoned, but I want you to have energy to go through that forest. I did just get the knowledge for the scout tower, so let's spend it. And employ some researchers. For the first time in a long time. It might not be a bad idea for me to get another... Not buddy. For me to get another village doctor station for when I have to fall asleep in jungles. Only to really employ them in the case that we're asleep in a jungle. But jungle sleeping is when we get the most poisoned. I'll put that there. We have almost 500 water. Nice. That's a lot of water. We're also getting poisoned up the wazoo here. So that second doctor station would be nice. I have 3 unemployed idle people, so that's perfect because I'm going to employ 3 doctors in a second here. Good. We scouted for some more iron ore. That's going to allow me to make 1 more cottage. And bread. All right, let's go back out. Okay, you guys want me to save up for Stone Road? Build cottages. And a scout tower. and research Stone Road. That is my current priorities. So knowing that any second now I am going to be running into a spore forest, I am going to employ all of my general workers as decontaminators just ahead of time. I'm going to reduce the amount of people... No, grilled tomatoes is fine. I'm going to reduce I'm going to shut down mycology and Anbu kitchen because I have 8 balls of food for him. My doctors are going to go run antidote out to him because he's already a little poisoned. And then I'll go and trebuchet food to him in just a second. Now I'll trebuchet after we sprint through this poison forest. So let's hoof it. He accepts the command. I don't think there's anywhere to scavenge at the... Oh no, there's a quarry out there. Barely. Alright, decontaminators, you're on. It's fire time. We've been doing a pretty good job of avoiding the roaming spore clouds, but can't avoid them all. Some of them are just in our path. And I am going to vote to go north. And you can either agree or disagree. It's up to you whether you vote yes or no. Either way is a giant spore forest, so the reason I'm voting north is maybe there's an opportunity to get a little bit more sand, whereas voting south seems more of the jungle. And we do have a pretty good surplus of food, so I feel like we could go into a scarcer resourced area. But you can vote to comply or deny. Okay, comply. Now that we're through the spore cloud, I'm going to tell him to walk so he doesn't wear himself out. Because once we pass... I might try to sleep right before the poison forest. That's what I'm going to aim to do. So let's feed you, dude. Anbu food coming at you. Get your statuses fixed. I'll pet you. I'll antidote you. I'll feed you. We're going to have one good Anbu. We almost have perfect score up here. We have almost everyone in cottages. Everyone has the best food quality and food variety they could ask for a maximum productivity of 145% would be max without the event bonuses. So we're very, very close to about as good as we could get. Food skyrocketed, yeah, because I built another farm and we stayed in the jungle for a while, so got tons of it. It's wonderful. Some of our bottlenecks right now actually might be a result of a lack of pantry space. No, I'm almost maxed out on how much berry muesli I can hold. I can hold 150 of it. So that's how much food that we have. It's pretty awesome. Speaking of food, let's keep feeding Anbu. And maybe one more antidote. There is not a spoilage mechanic for food that has already been processed. Oh yes, this was the quest location. Awesome! So this is the end game that we're heading towards. To this mysterious rock formation. I'm going longer because I thought I was pretty close to winning and beating the game. So, the longer we go. There is an in-game, yep. You can keep playing through the in-game, but, well, yeah, there is sort of like an end quest that you get to. Alright, Anbu, you are looking healthy, so I'm gonna fire my trebuchets and doctor. So as soon as he steps out of the jungle, I'm going to try to sleep. Also just picked up a whole lot of sand, so I should process that. So I have enough iron for one more cottage. The true goal is to try to get everyone to cottages, because they'll be super happy. I think I'm going straight from the sand, or from the jungle into this, poison. Nope, desert biome. Will you sleep in time? The worry is, I tell him to sleep, and he sleeps, and then he enters... Nope! He did it in time. Awesome. I'm just on the cusp of this giant poison forest, so it's giving me the creepy music, but I'm not under the effect. So now that I'm in, the desert biome, beets aren't going to grow anymore, so I'm going to switch to corn. But wheat and tomatoes will still grow, and I'm going to still grow tomatoes. I just might want to get a cactus farm going. So I'm going to throw a farm down here to make cacti. In fact, it looks like we have a bunch of cactus here already that never got harvested. That's actually true kind of everywhere. So I'm going to clean up these farms. My farmers don't, like, do it automatically. So we've been... If I was more attentive, I would have noticed, but we've been farming kind of inefficiently, despite the fact that we have a ton of extra food. Oh, I'm an idiot. I have decontaminators high... Oh, wow. Speaking of inattentive. Jeez Louise. I have decontaminators just hanging around, not doing anything. There we go. And then this is supposed to be tomatoes. Anything not tomatoes gets cut. I do wish that there was a override command where your farmers would cut everything that wasn't the crop that was supposed to be in the field. But as far as I know, there isn't. There's no such mechanic. Almost everyone in cottages. So close. The menacing music is pretty creepy. That we're just like laying here at the edge of a terrible forest. So tomato, corn, and wheat. So the beet soup should go to polenta. It's an Anbu lullaby? He doesn't seem to mind. The spore forests kill me. He doesn't really care if the plants on his back are infested or not. It makes no difference to him. It's only my problem. And, I'm the one that have to fix it. He's wagging his tail. He doesn't care. He doesn't care at all. Oh, here he goes. Up to the mysterious formation. He accepts my command to run. I have all of the decontaminators up and running, ready to deal with the spores that are about to erupt everywhere. Oh, look! We finally got rid of the stump here that was in the way. So now I can expand the farm to where the stump used to be. As I watch before my eyes my tomato plants rot. Run, Ambu, run! Get through that fart cloud. So, the cactus farm will get a big plot. But don't knock the Ambu spikes. So shrink the plot there. And all the way down here too. Not that though. It's so very easy to accidentally cut Ambu spikes. It's a very honest mistake to make. And no compost. I'm not really gonna have compost. A dead Anbu, the village elder says. Truly a sad sight. This could have been our fate as well, but we managed to pull through, thanks to grit, cooperation, and not least of all, your guidance. We should build something to commemorate our continued survival, a monument to cooperation. And it might even be a good opportunity for me to finally pass the torch of village leader to you once and for all. So this is the endgame quest, to build a survival monument to our continued success. I'll build it up front here so that Ambu can appreciate it as well. There we go. The monument. So this bad boy requires a lot of resources. And that's sort of the end game as it is for now. But here is that dead Anbu being taken down by the spores without our village's help. Also, let's run past, because this Anbu is infectious still, and is still a spore cloud himself, or herself, or itself. So swiggity swooty, keep on moving. Alright, we're past it. You can walk. Oh man, my roads. So many road breakages. Not having giant clusters of forest really help in suppressing the infection though, as you may have noticed. So cutting back your trees, especially ones around mother trees, so you don't have high density clusters of plants, stops it from becoming a spore infested forest fire, if you will. So there is the scout tower. That just got done. And I think I'm going to build the scout tower even before the survival monument. Because the scout tower is going to allow us to look ahead and plan ahead with a lot more efficiency. Scout towers also have to be built in the front of the monument for kind of obvious reasons as well. So this costs 10 glass, 10 iron. 15 slab, 15 plank. So it's rather expensive, but I would say it's worth it. So we'll have to save up for that, which means no more cottages for now. So there's a few that never made it into high quality houses. There's maybe like 3 people that aren't in cottages. You know what? I'm going to use cottages. I'm going to get everyone into a cottage. No, don't build it there. What are you, a nut? Why can't I build my cottage? Oh, because it's not allowing me to automatically cut down the mother tree. Cut it! I don't care! I have enough mother trees. Settlers! I will pick you up. So you know how I was like, oh, everyone's almost out of a cottage. Yeah, I just ruined that. So, nope. No cottages. We'll just put them in huts for now. Alright. Decontaminators look idle, so that means their jobs are done. Putting them back to work. And I'll need maybe 3 more glass, which is 21 sand, and 7 iron, which is 14 iron ingots, in order to finish the scout tower. Because we need, I'm gonna go south, see if you vote with me or against me. I feel like with the remaining sand nodes that are available that I can see, I could probably get the sand needed for the scout tower, which means our limiting factor is mostly ore. So my idea is to go into the mountain biome for the ore, but you can either comply or deny. Thank you for tuning in to The Wandering Village, which originally streamed live on Twitch September 10th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below, but please keep in mind that the series has since ended. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhodamont.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my gaming community, Rhodamont.com has a link to Discord, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Twitch subscribers that showed up to support me during this live stream, viewers like you on YouTube, and my Patreon patrons on patreon.com/Rhodamont. Thank you so very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell,